Manchester United's all-time leading goal scorer, Wayne Rooney, has launched a withering attack on the club in the wake of their latest defeat. He says the soul has gone from the club and he has no longer any faith in Ruben Amorim to turn it around.
Obviously a good coach, he's had a great record in Portugal, but it's not clicking at all.
Obviously it doesn't help, but Wayne's doing a job now and he's got to give his opinion. You know, it's a different career path what he's got now, and his opinion is what everyone sees. You know, he's not digging them out for any reason other than they are poor. I'm sure he wants them to be great again. I have no reason for them to want Man United to be great, but I still want the big teams to be the biggest and the best, and they're miles away from that. But Wayne's got an agenda how he wants them to be. He wants them to be better. You can see there, this is not Man United. This is Man United, Wayne. This is for a very long time now. You know, we say this is not Man United what you played in or what I remember and I played against. They're miles away from that. He's correct with that. But this is Man United for a lot of years. Is he under pressure? I would say no. I feel like he should be, but I don't think he is. I think they will give him this season. I really do. And that means he's already been in the job a year. We're seeing no improvement. We keep talking about the three at the back. We talked about different personnel coming in, playing staff. He's had the windows to bring the players in. Perhaps he hasn't got what he wants. How many more windows are we actually going to give him? And when are we going to see an improvement, even gradual? We're not seeing anything. We're not seeing no improvement. But what we are seeing, a man who sticks his chest out, certainly in the press conferences. When I see him on the touchline, he's got his head down. He's hiding in the dugout at Grimsby. But when I see him in front of the press, he fronts it up. He looks and he talks brilliantly. But he's probably talked so well that he's bluffed his way into a job there at Man United because we're not seeing anything. He's done very well in Portugal. A lot of managers do very well in Portugal. It's an inferior league to the Premier League, you know, where you can build sides on the job. You know, when you've got 3 or 4 games in Portugal, we're really competitive. The other times, you can just play. You can experiment with different formations. Can't do that in the Premier League. You do that in the Premier League, you come unstuck. And that is what he's been doing since he's been at the football club. 34 points in 33 games or something like that. It's not good enough. It's relegation form.
It's an absolute mess. It really, really is. And when Ruben Amorim came in, I listened to his first press conference. I love listening to him. He's got real charisma. And I'm not seeing it at this moment in time. And it started exactly the same. And ultimately, if you're at Manchester United, you come under scrutiny every minute of the day for what you do. And you have to, at times, you just wonder how long this can go on for.
Well, Chief Correspondent Kaveh Solokol joins us for more on this now. Kaveh, Wayne Rooney hasn't held back today, has he? What did you make of his comments?
I think he was speaking as a Manchester United fan. I think he was speaking like somebody who needed to get something off his chest. Look, we want ex-players when they're talking about clubs to be honest, and he was being honest, but it still takes you back, some of the things he said. He said he's got no faith in Ruben Amorim. He said the soul of Manchester United has gone. He says he goes to games expecting United to lose. He said some of the players are not fit to wear the United shirt. And he also has something still invested in Manchester United because he mentions the fact that 2 of his sons are in the United Academy. And he made the point that he hoped that speaking out was not going to affect their futures at the club. And he also basically said that somebody needs to do something. This cannot go on the way it's going on at the moment.
He says that something has got to change. Does that mean it could be the manager? How much patience can they have in Ruben Amorim?
Look, I think United's position at the moment is that they are going to back the manager. But we've now got this cycle where it seems every weekend United lose. On Monday, we get the ex-players. Saturday night as well, the players having their say, criticising Ruben Amorim, criticising the club. Then on Monday, we have the club coming out and saying, well, we're going to back the manager. But look, you know how football works. I know how football works as well. We know that behind the scenes, clubs at all levels always have contingency plans in place in case they decide to make a change. Just go back 12 months. I remember reporting on the fact that United had faith in Erik ten Hag and they were going to back Erik ten Hag. We all know what happened to him. Interestingly, if you look at ten Hag's record after 6 games, it was exactly the same as Amorim's record after 6 games. Both of them won 2 games, drew 1, lost 3 games. What happened to Ten Hag? After 9 games, they lost, I think his 9th game was away at West Ham, 2-1. He was sacked at the end of October. I'm not saying that Ruben Amorim is going to get sacked, but what I'm telling you is that something has to change. If results don't improve, then United will change their manager. That's the way football works. The fact is, United have to finish in the top 4. They're aiming for the Champions League. If it looks like that is out of reach, then the owners of the club will feel that we have to make a change because not being in the Champions League costs them so much financially.
The Glazers have given up control of the football operations to Sir Jim Ratcliffe's Ineos. What do you think the Glazers are making of this right now? Because they're not completely detached from the situation.
Well, they're probably thinking, you know, running Manchester United is harder than it looks. You came in, you wanted control of the football side of the operation. We've given you that control of the football side of the operation, but you have to be honest. Ineos are not doing a better job than the Glazers were doing. The Glazers, I understand all the criticism they've had from United supporters, but if you look at their record, the football was better under the Glazers than it is now. And the Glazers themselves are still United fans. They watch all the games. They will be hurting like other United fans as well. And because they have majority ownership of the club, of course they're going to have a say in what happens next. But look, the bottom line is this cannot go on. I know from the club, everybody will be saying Ruben Amorim is our head coach. We are backing him. He's going to be a manager until the end of the season. But if results carry on the way they are at the moment, things will change. And if you look at the games they've got coming up, Sunderland at home this weekend, that is a game they could easily lose. Then you've got the international break. After that, you've got Liverpool, Brighton, Forest, Spurs, Everton, Palace. These are games that United could easily lose. Easily they could lose these games. So unless there's a reaction from the players, unless Ruben Amorim can change things around, it doesn't matter what people are saying, United will make a change. It's just a matter of when it's going to be. I, personally, my own opinion is they would make the change when it looks like they're going to miss out on the Champions League again.
That game against Sunderland feels like a big one. Thanks for now, Carve.
Massive.